Segment 10 ניקוד 2 ניקוד zayin. מבקש אתה את כל העובדים. מבקש אתה את כל העובדים. In this segment, we'll sharpen our ability to probe more deeply, assessing one's true intent in statements made during a reconciliation process. Let's imagine that for our part, we have been responsible for the breakdown of some relationship. We have responded to this by taking some initial steps in the hopes of healing the relationship. Let's further imagine that our offended friend has responded positively and is at least willing to talk with us. At this early stage, he or she is a bit cautious, however, and wants to be sure that we can be trusted, that we're genuinely interested in restoring the relationship. It wouldn't be surprising to find the other party, the offended party, at this particular point, which we'll call the second stage, to find them asking some questions or weighing some statements in the hopes of gauging our sincerity. Here's one potential question that the other party might ask. See if you can sense the sort of uncertainty or caution or doubt that lurks beneath the surface of this question. האתה מבקש לשכוח את אשר עשית לי? האתה מבקש לשכוח את אשר עשית לי? Upon hearing a probing question like this, we would want to set that fear to rest as quickly as possible. Perhaps we would reply in this way: אני לא מבקש לשכוח את אשר עשיתי לך. אני לא מבקש לשכוח את אשר עשיתי לך. So that is the sort of situation that we're imagining for this activity. We're calling it second stage in the reconciliation process. You find here a collection of second stage messages. These devarim are grouped into two parts. The grouping is determined by whether the person speaking the message is the one who suffered the offense or is the one who has caused the offense. Statements that are labeled Aleph through Hey belong to the group that source from the person who was offended, and for that reason you'll see them designated in the far right column as Ani, Ani, the person who is afflicted or offended, experiencing distress of some sort. In contrast, statements Vav through Tet are labeled in the far right column with the word Ma'aneh, Ma'aneh, meaning oppressor. There is a blank line that's been left for you in case you wish to compose a statement or question of your own. And you can see that could go either way. You could adopt the viewpoint either of Ma'aneh or that of Ani. Some of the devarim are questions, others are statements. Rely on interrogative particles to help you identify which ones are questions. And there is a variety of person, number, and gender that is expressed. It's not homogeneous. There are 4 steps that you'll want to take as you work through these various devarim. In step number 1, please write the translation of the davar in the far left column. You'll find that the devarim numbered Aleph, Beit, and Vav have already been translated for you. Shtayim, select one of the labels that are categorized as Ani, that is, those that are found between Aleph and Hey, one which you find is most helpful. This is subjective. It's up to you to select one that you feel would be most effective for mending a relationship. Designate your choice by rating Tet for Tov or Resh for Ra in the column that's headed Tov O Ra. Then, please select which statement you feel may be most harmful. Designate this with a Resh in the column Tov O Ra. Segment Aleph is coded as both Tov and Ra, since depending on how you look at it, this may either be very helpful or harmful. Repeat this process of selecting the most effective and least effective Devarim for those that are categorized as ma'aneh. You'll want to be prepared to explain your choice, and you'll find that the comments in parentheses under the translation give some suggestions as to why a given davar is either preferable or not preferable. You'll find that since many of the devarim refer to current activities or attitudes, participles have been employed. Incidentally, since we're building our skill with handling PL participles, an attempt has been made to include PL participles wherever possible. So that we may read these statements with their PL participles with greater ease, let's take a look at a portion of this segment that appears after the devarim that gives some tips on how PL participles are formed. Here's the information on PL participles located at the close of the current segment. Perhaps you noticed the PL participle that was included as part of the heading for this segment. The first word in the heading, Mevakesh ata et kol ha'ovedim. Another PL participle that we've encountered in the past is the word mesaper. Mesaper referring to one who recounts, and we've employed that to designate the narrator in the Jonah episodes. What we can see even from these two samples is that PL participles are spelled with an initial mem followed by a shavah. A second feature is that wherever possible, the second radical will display a dagesh. Let's review a collection of PL participles, both strong verbs and weak verbs. Strong verbs will be illustrated by the verb bakash. The form mevakesh means one who seeks. Let's read the remaining forms. Mevakeshet, mevakashim, mevakashot. Racham will illustrate a second guttural shoresh. The first form means one who shows compassion. Merachem, merachemet, merachamim, merachamot. Barach will illustrate for us a second reish shoresh. The first form means one who blesses. Mevarech, mevarechet, mevarachim, mevarachot. Gala will illustrate for us a second yud-he verb. The first form means one who reveals. Megale, megala, megalim, megalot. Shalach will illustrate for us a third guttural. You'll notice that when we come to the feminine singular form, two alternative possibilities are offered. There are several verbs for which multiple forms of the feminine singular participle are attested. They tend to follow these two alternatives. The first form means one who sets free or one who sends off. Meshaleach. Feminine singular may be either meshalachat or meshalacha. Masculine plural, meshalachim. Feminine plural, meshalachot. Now let's return to the collection of devarim and read them one by one. Aleph. Ha'ata mevakesh lishloach et asher asita li? Beit. Im ta'aseh chesed imadi, ve'asiti chesed imach. Gimel. Ha'at merachemet al oyevayich. Dalet. Ani meshaleach otcha ki nishbata lalechet bederech tzadikim. Hey. Ki chesot ahava kol peshaim, ken ani medaber shalom lach. Vav. Eneni megale et pish'i. Zayin. Ani melamed et beni lasur me'ra. Chet. Lama atem metzavim oti lehashiv et hasus asher ganavti oto mikem. Tet. לא עניתי איש מעתה ועד עולם.